What is up, internet? It's your boy Tinku, and today I'm finally getting to an anime. Editor Senpai has been on me about watching this one because he watched it, he binged it, he really loves it. A lot of people have been telling me about it since I'm a huge Isekai fan that I should be watching it, and I just kind of never got around to it because there's so much anime out there and I watch a ton. But I finally sat down and binged all of it. And so I'm here to tell you guys what I think about it. So before we get started, don't forget to like those videos, watch those videos, sub to the channel, and of course keep hitting me up on the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram with your suggestions, interactions, questions, things like that, guys. And so with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so today we're gonna finally be talking about that time I got reincarnated as a slime. It was a couple years ago, came out last year or year before, I believe it came out. It was 26 episodes, 27 episodes, but really only 24 because the last 3 or 4 episodes were like side quests, side adventure episodes. So I won't be talking about them at all. I'll be talking about the main storyline. And it's basically about a 30-something-year-old office worker gets stabbed in public and dies, protecting one of his juniors at the office. And so, as he's dying, he has all this last-minute death thoughts running through his head, and he keeps hearing this voice saying, "Okay, acquired this skill. Okay, acquired this skill. Acquired this skill." Based off what he said, his regrets that he had in his life. And he wakes up in a dark, damp cave, and it turns out he's a slime. A little tiny, cutesy little slime. And so he's getting used to some of the skills he acquired through on his deathbed, I guess you will, before he got reincarnated. And it just gets crazier and crazier from there, in a good way. In a good way. He meets up with this dragon, which is one of the most powerful beings in this world, but he's imprisoned. And the dragon is, I guess, dying because it's been in prison for so long. It can't absorb any of the natural magic that it does to sustain itself because it's been in this prison for so long. And so he befriends the dragon. The dragon lets him absorb him in his prison. So the dragon's like still alive, kind of, but inside the slime, because the slime can just absorb anything he wants. It just eats it, eats something, acquires a skill, eats a monster, acquires a skill, eats this, can store it in his body, all that, because he's a slime. And so that's where our adventure begins. He runs into a group of orcs. No, sorry. He runs into a group of goblins, and the goblins start worshiping him because they sense his aura or whatever. He has the aura of the dragon out because the dragon's inside of him. And so they start worshiping him, things like that. And he decides that he's going to use these goblins, build a village, and live a peaceful life. Well, in this world, if you name a monster, they get upgraded, and it takes some of your zaps some of your magical power and names them, upgrades them, and so this entire village gets upgraded to hobgoblins because he gives them all names because he doesn't want to just call them goblins. He wants to give them names, and he gets named the Great Rimu. So it's a little tiny slime. And they name him the Great Rimu and everything like that, and everything just snowballs from there. It's pretty funny. It's pretty great. He gets into more and more situations. He has to beat more and more powerful monsters. More other monster tribes come trying to join his little village because they hear that he welcomes all monsters. They don't discriminate or anything like that. And he stops the fighting between all the little monster tribes in this great forest that they're building this village in. And one part of note that's particularly hilarious, like every time he names a girl monster, like it doesn't matter how they look when they start, if it's like a little goblin, little ugly goblin, or a ogre they have, or things like that, they always, or a lizard woman, they look like lizards, and they always turn into a hot waifu anime girl, which I find hilarious. Every girl he names, it doesn't matter, like even all the little goblins that he names, you see them in the background, they're all little hot goblins now. They look like humans and stuff like that, and all the male goblins still look like goblins, but the girls turn into like humanoid looking hot female waifus, and it's just, I find that part hilarious. There's a lot to offer here. I mean, he battles a lot of enemies. There's a lot of story beats. It's really good. A lot of the arcs in the anime, it's really, really good. And you see like how he meets other monster tribes and how they become infatuated with him and how like they see his power and everything like that. And his dealings with humans, dwarves, things like that. So it has all the elements of the fantasy realm, goblins, orcs, ogres, lizard men, dwarves, elves, humans, has all those people there and how he interacts with them, and you find out how like people actually get summoned from other worlds into this world to be heroes and the hierarchies like that. So it's really interesting. There's only one part of it that I kind of think the anime as a whole tripped up on or started on, and that was the ending. The arc they ended on wasn't. It was kind of more. It ended more like a whimper, you know what I mean? Instead of like because the previous arcs they have these big final battles with these final bosses. You know how arcs typically go in anime and stuff like that. So they have these big final arcs, big final bosses, and the last arc on this one was kind of like, eh. I mean, I get why he was going on because you get his motivation there time, and it's very important for the last arc that they show in this anime of why he was doing what he was doing. And so, and you get it the entire time, like, all right, I understand. It's just when the rest of the anime is built up on action, cue action, cue action, cue action, peace action, and then they end at the end of a arc that was not really like that. It was more peaceful, more thought provoking, more thinking. He had to figure out a way to do something and achieve a certain goal that didn't involve fighting a monster or an army or another nation or something like that. So I know there's gonna be a second season, because the manga's hugely popular. I haven't read it yet. I might have to check it out now since I like the anime so much. It's just I think they could have ended the anime first season of the anime a little differently to keep you left on a cliffhanger. There's not really a cliffhanger they keep you on, like, oh, I gotta know what happens now after this part, because they kind of wrap it up in a nice bow. And I think the reason why they did that is because if say they didn't get a second season, then you can actually get that feeling of accomplishment in the anime. So I get that, but it's hugely popular, and they really shouldn't have ended like it is because they're gonna get a second season. But like I said, that's a small gripe on an otherwise great anime in my opinion. It's funny, has great action. They have a lot of diverse, great characters. There's a lot of supporting characters, so you get to know a lot of people. And remember, he has to name all these people because monsters don't have names in this world. And so it's pretty hilarious, the transformations on some of these monsters that he names has. So it's really great. But tell me what you guys think. You guys think I'm crazy? I know Editor Senpai loves That Time I Got Reincarnated Slime. I like it. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely watch it. If you're not a reader, I'm probably gonna go back and read the manga and go buy some of the volumes as soon as I get some extra cash flow here to pick those up. But again, tell me what you guys think. You guys think I'm crazy? Do you agree with me? Like, yeah, it was great. I really want to hear you guys' opinion about this stuff in the comments below on my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And remember, guys, if you can't trust a random fat guy you met on the internet, then who can you trust? And everybody, have an awesome, awesome day.